I'm a little bit surprised why he did that. His grunt isn't that fast. Oh no, the host left. And now, with the host leaving, the host will either revert to one of the players, which I think happened. So either Lin or TH is the host of the game now. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Luckily, sometimes there's a chance that it will drop the whole game, but the game can go on in peace.
Just without the fans watching.
Yeah, you're right. Except those people that are following the best stream there is.
On Quad V.
So you guys at home there are getting the best treatment as the Chinese fans are scrambling around looking for a PC with internet to follow the Quad V stream on the internet.
Don't do that, they'll kill the net.
So there's actually no deviation in the game yet. I did not pay enough attention to see why he was late with the peon. Could have just been a mistake. Could have just been wanting to get a bit more wood fast. As this is actually one of TH's favorite maps. He has an uncanny way of running his Archmage, his Footman, and his Militia around the map separately to pick up small little creep camps all over the map, near you, near him, or in remote corners of the map. So his goal is to get a level 3 Archmage before the Shadowhunter is out, and coming with that Archmage and to wreak havoc among the Orc base.
Now Lin is a player who you've had many a dealing with. How would you rate him in terms of all-time nemesis? You've said earlier that Sky was, you know, perhaps the #1, but where does Lin sit for you as someone you don't want to play?
Well, I think Lin is developing to be the #1 nemesis for a lot of players right now in this time, and I also think that he is the man to beat right now in Warcraft. He's taking a number of tournament victories, makes very little mistakes, and when he does, he somehow knows how to get back from them. I've developed a very healthy respect for him, or perhaps unhealthy. Shouldn't be too intimidated by a player, but at the same time, how can you not? He's doing really well. Finds himself again in the winner bracket finals with a 1-0 lead. Yeah, he's a very dangerous player. So he's been doing some harass, and in the same time, you can see these 6 militia taking down the creep camp. Not an unknown move to Orcs, but he has to divide his attention somehow with just 2 grunts and a blade master, and he did focus to go chase this footman and harass the Archmage a bit in the middle there. And these 2 grunts do manage to take down 1 militia, so that's another small prize. Not negligible completely by TH to pay for that creep camp. He has 6 peasants in his gold mine now. I wonder when he'll notice it to put 1 back on wood. Otherwise 1 is effectively doing nothing, which means a little bit less wood again. He did notice it now actually. So
how big of a deal does that type of thing make? Because I mean, to my untrained eye, you know, I look at that and I just scroll straight past it. To your eye, that's you know, that's something to write home about. I mean, in the long run, where does the difference come from that?
So when Lin kills 1 peasant, that means 1 peasant less on wood. But when he's mining with 6 peasants in his gold mine, basically rendering 1 useless, that's almost the same result as losing 1. And each peasant less on wood means that he will be able to have less wood later. It will slow down his tech just a little bit. It will allow him to take less militia on his tower attack because he needs the wood at home. It changes everything he does in a small way, but these small ways are very important, as you said.
And are those is sort of the reaction time to that mistake, the difference between, you know, those sort of top 8 players in the world and the chasing pack?
That and a lot more, yes. It's definitely something that a good player, when he's in good shape, will see very quickly because he's looking at his base all the time to see if anything is awry. And I do think that he noticed it quickly. He was, of course, looking at his base because he wanted to make a lumber mill at that timing, so he did see it. But yeah, a lesser player might not have noticed it.
So here we go. We are away. A bit more of a frantic start to this map than the last. Reasons as to why?
A bit more of a what?
Frantic start than
frantic, yeah, because TH is clamoring to cancel and harass as much as he can in the start. And immediately follow up with a Firelord Tower Rush. So he did not manage to get level 3 Archmage. He does have enough wood to bring nearly all his militia here. Fire Lord is coming in, getting focused by Hex and Blade Master. In the meantime, that will buy some time for these towers to come up. If he takes down that burrow, I wouldn't say it's huge, but it's very big.
He gets the burrow, and here we go with TH in the ascendancy. That Fire Lord has drawn the Blade Master away from the fight completely, and may well pay the price for it, though, because the Fire Lord has been taken down, no sooner did he come up. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that was an excellent move by TH. If he started running away literally 1 second later, Lin would have needed like 8 seconds less to kill him, because he would just be that much closer. Shadow would be, he was heading out to meet him, the Shadow Hunter. So running away that Fire Lord in time displays a nice sense of foresight. In the meantime, TH already took down 2 burrows. He does lose both heroes, but I have to say that's kind of standard when you're playing Archmage Fire Lord and Orc chooses Hex. And it doesn't mean that Lin is necessarily doing well. As he takes down, could he take down the 3rd burrow? That would be really sick. He might get it or he might not. No, the spawn and the water elemental both expired. 3 towers are up. They're taking down these grunts as fast as they can to inhibit Lin's ability to take down these towers. 2 heroes. What they can do is kill the peasants first and then try to make a dent in these towers. At the same time, he should use his money for a heal pot to keep his heroes alive. He does manage to take down the 4th tower, but he wasn't actually mining. Lin is not mining at the moment. He was quite distraught by Lin's attack on his burrows. Not only did he lose 2 burrows, but he's mining with just 1 peon now, as he I think misclicked his peons during the clamor to repair his burrows, and then when you put them back to work, they go back to the last task they were doing, which in this case was mining wood. By now he rectified his mistake, but I fear it might already be too late. He doesn't have that much money. Money is the only friend you have when you're being towered and you only have 2 heroes to defend. The thing you'll be trying to do is get up a barracks somewhere, get up a war mill. He has both, but the barracks is not in a good position in relation to the towers. And next to that, kill the heroes all the time. Even if you can kill the heroes all the time, all you're trying to do is equalize it, because you have to admit you're behind when you're losing your barracks to 3 well-positioned towers.
That second incarnation of the Fire Lord should go down any second now, as Lin will finish off the job, and we will see the Archmage return.
With 2 more ivory towers, he's going to place them in a more and more forward positions. This tower might be able to reach some of the gold peons. He does have a heal pot, and there's no more Windwalk. There's 1 more Hex. Use the heal pot now or suffer the consequences.
So
no.
Doesn't get there, and the Blade Master looks like he's going to finish him off for a 2nd time.
Oh!
Nice. Just in the nick of time. We'll get out of
there. Local area network for you right there. If that was online, he definitely would have died, and he would have slapped himself in the face for not using it earlier.
Are we at a TH's to lose moment?
I think it's very hard for Lin to take this game. He doesn't have another barracks yet. Blade Master, can he take down the Archmage? He definitely can, but I think he'll die to the towers.
Oh, gets away with 15 points of health.
15 points of health. He doesn't have any heal solver clarity. His Voodoo Lounge died, his barracks died. He's not making any of them anew again. His Shadow Runner's down here without much mana. He's not fully mining anymore. 4 peons. He doesn't really have anything which can help him anytime soon. No amount of regular units is going to save him from this anymore. The only thing that he could do is try to hold the fort with defensive towers, get up a barracks and shop, and somehow start taking down these towers sooner rather than later. Of course, he will keep trying to kill the heroes. Killing the heroes will help in some way, but I fear like it already might be too late for him. Economically, he cannot support repairing his Great Hole forever. It's being attacked by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 guard towers. So guard tower will pick mobile units firstly. If they can reach peons, they will kill those. This peon is being attacked by 1 guard tower. If he was repairing from here, he would not. But even so, the Fire Lord can do even more. And 5 towers on the Great Hall, it needs about 2 peons to continuously repair. He doesn't have that luxury. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't have any money to make barracks or Voodoo Lounge. So this base can already be considered forfeit. The game, however, does not need to be considered forfeit yet. Lin has higher hero levels, and he just cleared his expansion and put down an expansion there. So if he he doesn't have Spirit Walkers, but he has 2 Raiders. If he can keep all of his units alive and get Shadowhunter level 3, he has a small chance to take the map.
How big of an if is that?
It's big enough to try. It's not huge, but you can always rely on your opponent making mistakes. You can always rely on the advantages that you have. He's trying to get that expansion up. Oh, very nice move by TH. TH knows there's only 1 shot for Lin. It's not a big shot, but if he eliminates that shot, that means the game is his. Very nice, sending all his militia there, cancelling the expansion. Momentarily gave Lin not enough money to expand again. I think he sold or cancelled something, which means that he could expand again, but he has to wait till that elemental is gone, because any damage that he takes will make it easier for TH to cancel it again. So what we're seeing now is Lin is playing with open cards. He's playing poker with showing both of his whole cards. He has no real surprises. TH can estimate the effectiveness of Lin's defense. He knows what he has, what he's relying on. There's just 3 buildings left, and they're being taken down by towers, and there's just 1 left behind that. And a building which is being built in Warcraft 3 doesn't have any benefits of their armor or armor type, so this is not a fortified building until it finishes. It also doesn't have the 5 armor yet, so it's quite easy for TH to take it down. And we can see 2 possible avenues for TH to travel here. He can defend his base with guard towers, make sure that he is truly safe from this force of 2 grunts and 2 raiders, and then get casters. Once he got about 10 casters, he can safely push out. And I want to see if these 2 scout towers he had earlier are already being transformed to guard towers, and they are actually. He does have 1 masonry, making 1 more tower. 3 towers should already be enough to make sure that Lin cannot comfortably push into TH's base, and he hasn't chosen to make more than 3 towers yet. Doesn't have Arcane Sanctums yet. Is he making them here? No, he's not. So he wants to rely on tower defense and a superior economy before he starts Arcane Sanctums. Actually, not a bad idea. I think it's a good idea, because if he started out with, say, 4 or 6 casters and he would feel already obliged to attack, his economy isn't that healthy yet. He lost a lot of wood in that tower attack. He needs to recuperate some of his strength. And when the armies are still small, with a level 4 blade and 3 Shadowhunter and just 2 raiders, he could conceivably take down unit by unit, slowly make use of the healing fountain. So TH doesn't want to force a fight until it's like absolutely in his favor. He wants to be sure that he can win, because this is his game to lose.
From Lin's perspective, he's just got to hang in there. Time is semi on his, time is semi his friend, and the more of it he gets, the more of it he can use to build a potential army.
Yeah, it's going to take Lin a very long time till he makes any army at all. The first thing he's going to try to do is mine resources, perhaps make more buildings so he can't easily be taken down. I think he will have to mine some wood at least, maybe 2 on wood, 2 on gold. Yeah, this is what he's doing. So the first thing he'll want to make is perhaps a burrow, and then another burrow so that he can make more peons. As soon as he does that, probably he'll make a voodoo lounge so that he can support his heroes with more mana. So they'll be more effective. Perhaps speed scroll. I don't think he should invest any money in heal souls. He probably won't. And then finally he could make barracks, or perhaps towers, or perhaps even tech to tier 2. But that's very far from now. And TH is already mining, so you were correct in saying that time was on Lin's side, because, you know, if it wasn't, like if he would fight now, he wouldn't stand a chance in the towers. So the longer it goes on, the better. But at the same time, the worse. It's kind of ironic, because TH is mining more than him, so he's treading a very fine line here.
Here we go. The lava spores will be picked off, as right as you called it. We will see a burrow going up and a second, and that'll allow him to get more units finally, as he'll stop being top heavy, and we will finally see the rebirth of Lin once he's got that second one up. But it's a long, long road back into competitiveness for him.
Yep, and we know TH knows that Lin cannot make any units besides grunts for at least, no kidding, the next 4 minutes. So he's chosen to make the Grunts Nemesis. He's going for tier 3, probably with Griffins. A very, very safe option here, one which some people may not like because it's too easy, too effective, or not daring enough. Maybe they would like to see him quickly finish off the game, but I really like this move. I think it's much better to do that than to push out quickly and have somehow a small chance of losing. If you love the game, you'll love long games where players try to do anything they can to win, and I do think that TH is having fun here. He's in a very comfortable position, so now he can really play Warcraft 3, play any unit that he wants, basically sit on his laurels and get whatever he wants.
Here we go. Continued pressure from Lin as he will keep creeping and try and keep those heroes as much in shape as possible. And talk to us about the hero strength and why that's important. What if Lin's heroes were one level down? How much of a difference would that make?
Well, for the Shadowhunter, the most important hero is the alt hero level to get, the most important hero level. Level 3 and 5 are crucial because that means you're getting one higher level of heal wave. Hex, higher level is nice, but it's especially the heal wave which you're leveling up your Shadowhunter for. Once he's level 5, he is a very good support hero, and the Blade Master is the damage dealer, but he's fragile. So you need that heal wave, preferably Spirit Link, but he doesn't have that now. And then the Blade Master is like the only damage dealer in what he has right now. He is able to kill heroes with Raider and Shadowhunter support. He can't take down an armada of Griffin Riders by himself, but as long as the armies are small, he can do very much.
What will combat those Griffins when they come?
So I think what Lin needs is, besides a miracle, he needs another expansion, perhaps a secret one here. He doesn't have the resource for it though. And then he needs, well, he would need like, at first, like small amount of Griffins he could still counter with one Kodo and a couple of Headhunters and the Raiders that he has now. But when it becomes a bigger army, only Bat Riders really work. But Bat Riders really only work when the gold is equal or on the Orc side.
There we go, Lin charges into a fight, loses his Raider and calls GG. The writing had been on the wall for a while for the Korean. And we're going to head to a third map. Grubby, I've got to press you for it. Who's going to win?
So I don't know the map that they're going to play yet. But I feel that Lin won the most difficult game on Melting Valley. And TH won a bit of more easy game. Of course, he did do a lot of things very right. And I have no problem at all with what some people refer to as cheese or something. I think it's important to mix up your play. And TH is obviously doing that. I think that still that Lin won the harder game, and if I would have to base it just on that, I would give Lin a slightly higher chance of winning. But we could see very well a very quick attack again by TH, where he doesn't allow Lin to come to his full potential towards the middle and late game, where Lin can make a lot of right decisions and good fights. So I'm very curious to see what TH will do. If the map is Twisted Meadows, we might see another Tower Rush. If it's Turtle Rock, same story actually. If it's Echo Isles, we might see another Mountain King. And I think this would be the map that I would enjoy seeing a lot, because it would be kind of a bit the same as Game 1. So we might see another pretty epic game.
Total Warcraft. All right, we'll be back for map 3 in just a moment. You're on Quad V.